In this video, we'll talk about one-way ANOVA using Microsoft Excel. One-way ANOVA is a parametric test that is used to test if there exists a difference between the mean scores of 3 or more groups. So let's take a look at our example. So assuming we have here 3 sections having 25 scores of students in each section. So to run one-way ANOVA, you just have to go to Data Analysis, and then choose ANOVA Single Factor. Click OK. Under the input range, we click on the box here and then highlight all of the values, including the header. And then since we included the header in highlighting, we have to check labels in the first row here. And then for the output range, we click on any cell here near our data and then click on OK. So our ANOVA single factor table will look like this. You'll be seeing here descriptive statistics, particularly the means or the average of the 3 groups. So that's 25.28 for Aristotle, 28.84 for Plato, and 22 for Socrates. And we have here the ANOVA table. Under the ANOVA table, we are displaying here source of variation between groups. And within groups, the sum of the squares, so that's the SS, DF is the degree of freedom, MS is the mean squares, and F is the computed F value or F ratio, and P value. As regards our presentation, we'll just be getting these 2 values. So I'll copy these 2 and move to my table and then place it under F value and P value. Since the p-value is 9.7 times 10 raised to negative 5, so this is less than 0, so I'll just have to put in here less than 0.01. And since the p-value is less than 0.05, my interpretation will be significant. Again, if the p-value is less than 0.05, interpretation will be significant and the decision will be reject the null hypothesis or reject HO. If the p-value happens to be greater than 0.05, the interpretation will be not significant and the decision will be accept HO. Assuming that our null hypothesis states that there is no significant difference in the scores of the students in the 3 sections, since we are rejecting the null hypothesis, meaning to say that our final conclusion now is that there is a significant difference in the scores of the students in the 3 sections. So that's basically it for one-way ANOVA using Microsoft Excel.